in Lagos, the flooding problem. So
because Lagos is also under sea level. It's below sea level.
The highest point in Lagos is the Ogudu area.
It's below sea level, yes.
You know, it's... Okay, then, let's take on our next story. You know that the terrorist organization is raising the national temperature, regardless of efforts to overcome it, is a matter for deep regret. Indeed, reports reaching us say that no less than 5,000 people have been made to flee Nigeria's northeast into neighboring Cameroon after the manless gang seized the border town of Kirawa in Borno State. Insurgents in Nigeria's Borno State, the epicenter of a 16-year conflict driven by Boko Haram and its splinter group ISWAP, appears to be upping their attacks this year against civilians and military men. Makes you wonder, what do they want, BKO? What do they want?
No, they are stepping up. You see, they are sponsors who are outside of our country who make more funds available to them once they show that they are still very relevant.
Hey.
They are stepping up their attacks. In the last 1 month, they've been carrying out attacks at different locations. But this is the second major attack on a community close to the border with Cameroon.
Okay.
So we need to really find out what is going on there. Are there some sleeper cells of Boko Haram in that area or even inside Cameroon? Because I know that in Cameroon, especially in the Fotokol area, Boko Haram was very active. I don't know how active those cells are now. But for them to be focusing on those communities close to the border with Cameroon, it means that they can see vulnerability because they will not simply attack a place where they know that they are not going to succeed.
Yeah.
So they will attack a place where they think they stand a good chance of success, and they want to embarrass the armed forces. So 2 times now, they've invaded military barracks. Once they've overrun the military barracks, they looted weapons, they will do videos and then move on into the community and start picking people up. It's embarrassing when you see the kind of videos that these guys are shooting, you know, showing themselves overrunning a military base and all that. So, and it's also demoralizing to the people who expect the armed forces to protect them. Now, Nigerians, some of the district heads in those areas, they are running away. Some are fleeing into Cameroon. Some are fleeing into Maiduguri because they can see that these distant communities, the communities close to the border with Cameroon, close to the border with Niger Republic, they don't appear safe at this time. So I think it was on September 19 that they carried out the attack on Banki, you know, which is also a border town where they seized weapons and they forced soldiers to flee. Now they've gone to Kirawa. Kirawa is another community close to the Cameroon border.
Yeah.
And the people had to flee into Cameroon. It reminds me of 2014, when a lot of our people fled into Cameroon and even Chad. To the point that when you go to Chad and Niger Republic, you see IDPs, Nigerian IDPs, in some of the communities there. I remember the governor of Borno even went to Chad and distributed clothes and money to our people who are in IDP camps in that country. It's been like that for some time. And the unfortunate thing is when we think that we are making big gains, these guys don't give up. I've always said it. So when sometimes we are celebrating, we are over-celebrating some big gains, you find that they will wait, gather their arsenal, and then look for an auspicious time and a good location to strike. because they want to be in the news. They need it. Terrorism thrives a lot on propaganda.
Oh, yeah.
They want to show the world that, look,
We are still here.
we are still here. These people think they've crushed us. It's just like Hamas. Hamas believes that, look, no matter how many of our people these guys killed, Israel has killed more than 68,000 Palestinians because Hamas, in a terrorist attack, killed less than 2,000. Israel has killed more than 68,000.
Okay.
But as far as Hamas is concerned, it doesn't change anything.
Beginning.
It doesn't change. They are not going to surrender. So this is the nature of terrorists. Terrorists will not give up, even to the last man. Unless you are ready to kill all of them, they will not give up. Oh. They won't give up.
Well, Mayor, it's you wonder. Okay, I'm not surprised. You remember when what's the name of the group that struck America now? ISIS. Al-Qaeda. When it struck on 9/11, it took 10 long years before America could nail the chief suspect. So Boko Haram started in my country, your country, like a child's play in 2009. So we're still counting, 16 years.
Yes, because you see the problem with terrorism and terrorists is that it's not a conventional war.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not a conventional war, it's not a 100 meters dash, it's a marathon.
It's a marathon.
No matter how brilliant you are, you cannot completely subdue them. Even the great America couldn't. Because it's not a conventional war. They will fight, they can move, they are highly mobile. They can move from one place to another. And then you can have super cell for a long time. They are there, but they will just live fallow for a long time. And then something will happen, they will ignite that cell again, and then they will start coming.
Anybody who finds it difficult to appreciate how dangerous terrorism is should imagine the 9/11, that a plane could be made to fly into high rises.
That was at the height when the world now realized that. But even at ISIS, but part of the problem we're having now, there are different reasons for it. There was a time that there was a caliphate when ISIS came up, and then have this caliphate in Syria and Iraq. And then it was now defeated, and they went low. But now, because there's a new development in Syria.
Okay.
So the world is not paying much attention on ISIS like they used to do, because we believe, or American government, President Trump, believe that we have crushed ISIS, so we don't have that kind of problem again. But they are reorganizing again now in northern Syria, and so they now have, because they've killed their leaders and all that, But you see, they are reorganizing in northern Syria, and then so that they can now access, they can now channel more resources to affiliate groups like Boko Haram and ISWAP, who are affiliated to ISIS. You understand? And now, even in other parts of the world, it is in Africa that the affiliates of ISIS are really doing well. So their channel is their own thing. They are channeling it now. And the major problem now is in Africa. Because apart from our own region, in the whole Sahel region, in the whole Western Europe, we have West Africa, we have that problem in Mali, in Burkina Faso, everywhere. So that is why we're having that problem. And because Nigerian security agencies have done so well, and they'll be able to capture them, they now decide to wait. When they get our resources, they look for border towns that are isolated, that do not have enough security agents that can take them on immediately, and then try to affect those people. It's sad, but that's the reality of how terrorist organizations, that's how they operate.
Are we ever going to be free from them?
No, we'll keep doing our best.
We'll keep doing our best, yes.
They say eternal vigilance is the price of liberty.
Yeah.
If you take your eyes off the ball,
anything is possible.
Things will get worse for you.
Yeah.
So the armed forces need to be encouraged to keep switching tactics. You can't use the same tactics all the time because these people too are very adaptable. Very adaptable, and they've shown some of the attacks carried out last year by Boko Haram or ISWAP were with drones. They now use drones fitted with weaponry.
They become sophisticated.
So how do you deal with such a situation when the enemy is already airborne? So you won't you just be dazed because you didn't expect that the enemy will be able to deploy drones fitted with weapons to attack your bases. So Boko Haram has begun doing that. Even the chief of army staff confirmed it, you know. And apart from that, they also use, when they want to attack a base, they use vehicle-borne IEDs.
Okay.
Which means they will just ram the vehicle into the barracks. And then it will set off the bomb. The kind of impact that will have and the number of troops that can kill at a time is massive. After that, they will now go ahead, whatever it is that they can find, they will loot your weapons and run away. So they are adapting. They are constantly reinventing. So we too must be able to reinvent, change our tactics, become far more flexible.
At least we are talking about
adaptable to the situation.
At least people are talking about kinetic and non-kinetic approaches.
Yeah.
No, for me, in that area, I don't think we should even bother ourselves so much about you need to defeat the enemy.
Okay.
You need to defeat the enemy. And I always talk about what happened in Sri Lanka. Tamil Tigers were defeated to the last soldier.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why today nobody talks about Tamil rebels anymore.
And at the time, they were very
Tamil Tigers, yes. Nobody
I
talks about them anymore.
Okay.
They were an international terror group. But they were killed to the last man. And today, Sri Lanka is free.
Okay.
That was why the former President Obasanjo just suggested that we needed to read how Tamil Tigers was defeated.
Yeah.
But it took no less than 25 years. So it's not to defeat a terror group and defeat it comprehensively. It's not a tea party. It takes time.
It's not.
It is not. Okay, then. Now, let's look at the next story. You know, let us state